Hi everyone, and welcome to UNIVPM Ancona International Admissions 2026-27. If you're thinking about studying in Italy and joining our international community, this video is for you. We know the process can feel a bit overwhelming, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through everything step by step so you know exactly what to expect. Let's start from the beginning. So who can apply? You can apply if you have a non-Italian qualification, meaning your diploma or degree was issued outside of Italy and you fall into one of these two categories. You're either a non-EU student who needs a study visa, or you are an EU or EU equivalent student who is already in Europe. If that sounds like you, then yes, this admission process applies to you. So how does this work? So basically, think of your admissions journey as 4 clear steps. Step 1 is your pre-evaluation on the MoveIN portal, also known as UNIVPM Go MoveIN. This is where your application officially begins. Step 2, and this only applies if you need a visa, okay, is the Universitaly pre-enrolment process. Step 3 may involve an admissions test or interview, but only if your chosen program requires one. And finally, step 4 is final enrollment, which is planned to start around mid-July 2026. Each step depends on the one before, so it's important to follow the order carefully. What are some rules that you really don't want to miss? So you can submit a maximum of 2 applications. There is a €10 fee per application, and once you submit your chosen program, you cannot change it. So before you click submit, take a moment, double check everything, make sure you're confident about your choice. Now it comes to choosing your program. So how do you pick your program? Before applying, carefully review the level of study. So whether it's a bachelor, a master, or a single cycle. The teaching language, the language requirements, the campus location, and keep in mind, sometimes new programs or updated curricula may appear in later calls. So if you don't see something immediately, it's worth checking again later. Now, we look at what the language requirements are. They're generally B2. So language requirements are one of the most important parts of your application. For English taught programs, you need B2 level language. For Italian taught programs, you need B2 level Italian. B2 refers to the CEFR framework, and it's a minimum required level. If you cannot provide valid proof of your language level, your application may not be admitted. So for Italian B2, you can provide a CSAL test certificate from UNIVPM, a CLIQ certificate like PLIDA, CELI, or CERTIT, or CILS, or ITA L2, CISIA with at least 43 out of 72. Always upload clear and official documentation. Let's begin from the very start. The MoveIN portal login page. This is what you see in front of me. When you open the portal, you'll see 2 options at the top, the login and register. If this is your first time applying, click register. If you have applied or registered in the previous year, then you must use the existing credentials. So just straight away login. Do not try to create a new account. Creating multiple accounts is not allowed and may cause issues with the application. So let's start by registering. First, you must enter your email. Make sure you use an email that you check regularly, as in all the official communication regarding your application will be sent here. Here we are using the Ambassador Program, UNIVPM email. Next, create your password. Your password must be at least 10 characters long, include at least 1 uppercase letter, at least 1 lowercase letter, at least 1 number, at least 1 special character. Once all the requirements are met, you'll see green check marks appear. Then confirm your password by re-entering it again carefully. Then enter your basic personal information, your first name, Sarah, for example here, Silva, your last name, for example here, and your passport number. Be very careful, your passport number matches your passport exactly. Even small errors can create delays. Then you can add your communication preferences, yes if you wish to receive information, no if you don't want any other information. Then click on register. Here, you will come to the information page. You'll see general instructions about eligibility, language requirements, and documentations. Before starting the application, it is extremely important that students carefully read the full description of their desired program. Language requirements, the official guidelines, the documents outlining minimum entry requirements by country, and once you have reviewed everything carefully and confirmed that you meet the requirements, click Start Application. Now here we're in the Preliminary Information Personal Details section. This is where you enter your official personal data. Now here you can click on Start. First, as you see, you can confirm your first name, your last name, your email address, and also your passport number. Again, make sure your name matches your passport exactly. Now the question is, do you need a visa? Please pay close attention to this option. Do you need a visa? Select yes if you are a non-EU citizen and you are currently residing outside Italy. Select no if you are an EU citizen or you are already legally residing in Italy. Important note, if you accidentally select no, you must first clear the nationality field, then reselect the visa again, and then reselect your nationality again. This choice affects your application pathway, so double check if you want to move forward. Then select your nationality, scroll carefully, and choose your country exactly as it appears in your official documents. Then upload your passport. Make sure your scan is clear It is in color and all details are visible and not cropped. For non-EU students, your passport must have at least 6 months of residual validity. Then here you can enter your passport expiry date. Again, make sure this matches your passport exactly. Select your gender from the drop-down and then enter your date of birth. Now you can enter your city of birth and then the country of birth. Double check spelling carefully, especially for city names. For example here, Sarah Silva is from Sri Lanka and her city of birth is Colombo. Then, do you have a second nationality? Answer yes or no accordingly. Next, select your country of residence. Make sure this reflects where you are currently living, not necessarily your nationality. So Sarah Silva is currently still in Sri Lanka. Now, save or final submission. At the bottom, as you saw, there were 2 options, save or final submission. As I clicked save, this saves the application, but you are not finished yet. If you want to finally submit it, you can click on final submission. So currently, it says your changes have been saved. Now, click on final submission, click OK, and your preliminary information has been submitted. Now go to the top menu and click Applications. Here you can see Show Details, and here you can see Start. As you can see, this is the information page. Click Next. Here you'll see your personal data. Here you can add your contact details. For example, here Sarah Silva will add her phone number, current address, current city, and current postal code. Ensure this information reflects where you're currently living. Alright, now when you come to the embassy or consulate section, very important for the visa students, if you indicated that you need a visa, you will now be asked to select the Italian embassy or consulate where you plan to apply for your study visa. This step is extremely important, so try to find the correct option. You may need to type embassy or consulate and or the name of the city, for example, Embassy of Italy in Colombo. Select the current embassy and then click on Save or Next. Data will be saved carefully. If you have decided that's your final submission, click on Save. Now moving to Program Choice section. Before selecting your program, take a moment to carefully review a few key points. First, remember that you can submit up to 2 separate applications for 2 different programs. Each application has a cost of €10 and they must be submitted individually. Second, before applying, carefully check your language requirements for your chosen program. For English taught programs, the requirements may vary depending on the course. Do not assume the requirements are the same for all programs, always double check. Now, before selecting your program, review the main language of instruction, the admissions requirement, whether the program is restricted or has access. Now here, let's begin by adding your program language, your program type, the name of your program, and the intake. Click Save, and you will have completed your program choice. Now you can click on Next, and let's begin with languages. So in this language section, this is also very important as applications without the required language certificate may be rejected. So first select your English level. For example, if your level is B2, you may select B2, depending on the available options. Next, choose the type of certificate you hold, such as IELTS or another accepted qualification. Then enter your English score exactly as it appears on your certificate, for example, 7.5. Make sure the score matches your official document precisely. Now upload your proof of English level. Please remember the authenticity of your certificate and the score will be verified, so any falsification may lead to the rejection of your application. If your program requires an additional language, for example Italian for certain master programs, select it under additional language and provide the required information and documentation. Before saving, double check that the level you selected matches the certificate you uploaded, and once everything is complete, select Save. Next, we see the education section. This section is also very important because it verifies your academic eligibility. At the top, select your most recent qualification, for example, foreign title, then enter your year of completion, including both the month and the year. Make sure that the dates you enter matches your diploma exactly. Now scroll to your secondary education section. Here you will enter the details of your high school qualification and exactly as it appears on your official documents. If you have not completed your diploma yet, enter your expected graduation date by selecting the day, month, and year. Again, make sure this matches what is written on your official documentation. Now you can click Upload and select the correct file. Please remember that you must upload the original document front and back, add a translation into Italian or English if the original is in another language. Then you can upload your transcript. These are basically documents for at least 11th and 12th grade. As with your diploma, make sure you upload the original document front and back, the translation if required, and also ensure that any stamp signatures or official markings are clearly visible on the scan. Next, we start with the educational system. Select your educational system from the drop-down menu. This usually refers to the country where your qualification was issued, so choose carefully. Select the total number of school years completed before obtaining a qualification. This is important for eligibility within the Italian higher education system, so make sure it reflects your actual education pathway. Then add your school leaving qualification grade. Enter the score exactly as it appears on your diploma. You may also be asked to enter the minimum passing score or the maximum passing score later on. This helps the admissions team correctly interpret your grading scale, so double check these values carefully. If your country requires a mandatory university entrance examination for access to higher education, upload the certificate in this section. If such an examination is not required in your country, you may leave this field blank. Always verify your country's specific requirements before deciding to skip this step. Now, higher education section, this is for master applications. Now scroll down to the higher education section. This section must be completed if you are applying for a master's program, or if you have already completed university level studies. Enter the following information. Upload your final degree and full academic transcript. Make sure to upload the original documents front and back. If the documents are not in English or Italian, you must also upload an official translation. Ensure that all stamp signatures and official markings are clearly visible in the scans. If you have any more university qualification or more than one university qualification, click on Add Higher Education, and here you can repeat the process. Now, we'll see the question, do you already have a Declaration of Value or CIMEA certificates? This document is not mandatory at the application stage, but it is strongly recommended because it can help speed up the evaluation process. If you already have one, upload it in this section. Here you may upload a Declaration of Value, a DOV, or CIMEA certificate. Any additional documents that you may have to support your application, you can add here as well. Once complete, click on Save. And now you're done with your education section. Next, click on Professional Experience. You will be asked whether you have any professional experience. Oh, here we are also checking it again. Checking it. All right. You'll be asked whether you have any professional experience. Select yes or no accordingly. Even if you select no, you should still upload your CV. Upload, attach your CV in PDF format, and then click Save. Next, you move to the motivation sections. Here, you must briefly explain why you're applying for this program. You will usually have a word limit, for example, to 50 words. Be clear, honest, and specific. Explain why you chose this particular program, why you chose UNIVPM, how this program aligns with your academic background and career goals. You will also be asked on how you heard about UNIVPM. Select the appropriate option from the list, and then complete your motivation sections and click on Save. Next, you will be shown the application fee. Here you will see the required application fee, typically €10 per application. Please remember that if you submit two separate applications for two different programs, you will need to pay the fee for each one. Enter your first name, for example, Sarah, Silva, your address, your postal code and your city. Select your country. Other information will appear, and click on Pay Now. Please proceed with the payment using a valid card and carefully enter all your information. Wait for the payment to be processed and confirm. Do not refresh or close the page during this step. Once your payment is completed, the section will be marked as complete. And click on Final Submission. Before submitting your application, take a moment to review every section carefully. Make sure that all required fields are completed, all documents are uploaded correctly. Then, when you have completed, make sure that you correctly click on the Final Submission options accurately. Save. You still have the opportunity to double check your information at this point, and then click on Final Submission. A pop-up will show for the final submission. Click OK. Once submitted, your application is officially sent for evaluation. Now that we have finished our application, let's talk about interviews and admission tests tracking your application. So some programs require interviews or entrance tests. If that applies to you, you'll receive an invitation through MoveIN. You can book your interview date and then directly on the portal. If you don't receive an invitation, that means your program likely does not require one. To check messages, go to the conversation section inside MoveIN. That's where all official communication is stored. You may reply through the official admissions email if necessary, and we strongly recommend checking your email and portal regularly. Also know that your waiting time can be stressful, so this is due to the high number of applicants, so wait at least 45 days to receive your outcome. We kindly ask applicants to wait patiently and avoid sending reminder emails during this time. If you are a visa applicant, there is one extra step. After you receive successful pre-admission, you must complete pre-enrollment on the university portal. Only after UNIVPM validates your Universitaly submission will official pre-admissions letter be issued. Also, an anti-scam reminder, please be careful. Official communication will always come from email addresses ending in @univpm.it. If you receive suspicious emails from other domains, do not trust them, always verify. Our final message this year: we know it can feel like a lot: forms, uploads, deadlines, waiting periods, but you're doing something incredibly brave. Studying abroad takes courage, planning, and determination, and you've already started. Take your time, follow each step carefully, and we truly wish you the very best with your application. Your journey starts here.